Here, let me have this yarn with you, right? I'll tell you why. This is about drugs, bro. This is about getting off drugs, bro. And the psychology that the drug and alcohol workers, rehabs, like support workers, they use on ya, and why it's incorrect, bro, and why it's not helping ya. And I want to explain this to you, bro. And I've been through all this. Before you ask, how do I know? I've done 13 years jail. 13 years jail. You think I don't know every program under the sun? I see in them programs, I used to take over those programs. I used to take over. The drug and alcohol workers, they hated my guts. I used to take over and tell the boys the truth, all right? Trust me. People don't know me, I've been heroin addict when I was a kid, shooting up when I was a kid, high school, injecting a lot, overdosed, everything. My older brother overdosed, died of drugs. My two best friends overdosed, died of drugs. It's been my whole life. Everyone I know is on heroin. Some of them now on ice. I know what works. I know the life, all right? Let me tell you something. I'll tell you why I'm telling you this. Because I bumped into this random cunt the other day, right? A healthy man. And he goes to me that I'm an inspiration to him, right? He likes my videos, blah, blah, blah. And I'm an inspiration to a lot of people on drugs and this and that. This bloke been off drugs, listen to this, 4 years. 4 years off drugs, right? Completely off drugs. He told me, this is his words. He goes, I'm in recovery right now. I've been off drugs for 4 years, so I'm like you. I'm in recovery. Mind you, I've been off drugs for 14 years. 14 years? Yeah, 14 years, 2007, right? This is the problem, and I'll tell you why he thinks like that. Our drug and alcohol sector, whatever you call it, that are here to help you. When you go to rehabs, when you go see a fucking counselor, or you do a SMART program or the NA classes, let me tell you something, right? These people in these classes, right? These workers, these classes as a whole, all right? It's all programmed a certain way. They got certain things they say, certain things they teach, and certain ways they need to respond, and they fit their individual personalities within those guidelines. That's how it works. Their main priority, listen to this carefully, their main priority is to not hurt your feelings, all right? You're going to say, what the fuck is that? This is how it works, bruh. You got to understand, first and foremost, that these programs are written by purple-headed lesbians that went to university, that spend their life trying to stop people's feelings getting hurt, and they know nothing about reality. And I'm not saying that in a funny way. That's the truth. And a lot of fucking things in the world have been poisoned by that, and this is one. I'm going to tell you the reality of it. These programs, these workers, when you sit there and you know it, people who have been through it, you know it, they worry about not hurting your feelings. These people are treating your drug addiction as an illness. You have a disease. This is to not hurt your feelings. Whenever you use drugs again, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not bad. It's not this. It's all right. Like you're a good, it's good. You know, it's all about, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they paint your drug addiction as a disease. It's to take the blame away from you. All right. And in everything, they butter you up. They spend the whole time buttering you up because if they have 10,000 people sitting there and they go and tell the hard truth, which hurts a lot of people, which is the only way you're going to change, I'll get into that. If they go tell you the hard truth and one out of them 10,000 people takes that and they're on the borderline, like, and they go commit suicide because of what they said to them, then the whole sector changes. A lot of questions get asked. A lot of funding goes missing. A lot of people don't get money. They can't help. They can't have 1 in 10,000 people dying, committing suicide because they found out the hard truth and they couldn't cop it. So what they do is they butter everyone up. They would rather not help 9,999 people because they don't want that one person to die. And that's the fucking facts, right? When it comes to getting off drugs, you need to hate yourself. You need to hate your choices. And you need to understand you don't have a disease and you're not fucking recovering, all right? I was on the Butte program when I was a teenager, when it was first invented. Like, not first invented, but first come to Australia. Sorry. I come off the biggest hangouts. Mate, 3 weeks later, off a big heroin addiction, you're recovered. 3 weeks. Shut the fuck up, 6 years, you're in recovery, all right? pretending. So what? You're a victim your whole life. I tell you why they tell you that, because then if you make the mistake and you be a gronk and you want to be a scumbag and get back on drugs and throw your life away, you're the victim. It's not your bad choices. You're the victim. All right. I'll tell you what's the problem with that. I'll tell you what the problem with their lessons is when they're protecting that 1 in 10,000 people. They don't want to hurt no one's feelings. You never hear the truth. You never hear what you need to hear. All right. You don't make, listen, drug addiction's no different to that kid that sits on the computer for too long, or that 25-year-old who's a gamer and throws his life away because he can't go to sleep, or some cunt that bites their fingernails and it bleeds and it hurts all day. It's a fucking habit. It's making your life worse. It's no different. It doesn't change your DNA. It doesn't change. There's no test, a blood test. Oh yeah, you've caught that gene that is, you need to recover from the addiction now. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. You're not going to make a big life change. You're not going to get off drugs just because you like something better. You can sit in these classes, in these rehabs, and you can do your cost-benefit analysis and all that shit all you want, and you can tiptoe around each other's feelings, and you can sit there and say, imagine life on drugs. Yeah, it's not that good. It's like, it's all right, but it's not that. Life when you're rich. Oh, that's good. Yeah, life on drugs. Or life on the beach in in a nice unit. Oh, that's good. You ain't got to go to a fucking rehab to learn that there's better things than life on drugs. You already know that. You don't got to sit in a circle singing Kumbaya to know that there's something better than drugs. Just, if you sit there and you justify your drug use and you accept it, sort of, understand it, maybe is a better word, but there's something you like better, that's not enough. No cunt's gonna go and change their life because they like something a bit better. You need to fucking hate what you're doing. You need to see it for what it is. You need to feel like a gronk. You need to feel like a scum. If you look like a scum, because the chances are if you're addicted to ice, Xannies or heroin, or any drug, the chances are you look like a scum. True or not, I'm sure you can accept that. You need to be reminded of that at that pivotal point in your life where you choose to go to rehab. So it's obvious you want to make a change. You don't need someone patting you on the back. You need someone to say, you look like a fucking chat. Don't you want to look good? You're broke, cunt. Don't you want money? Look at your missus. She's ugly. Don't you want a nice one? You're skinny as fuck. Don't you wish you were athletic? You need to hear that. You can do that. Don't get upset because I told you you're a chat. Don't get upset because I told you you're poor. These are choices. If you're upset, make another choice. 3 weeks, jump off it now. You will have a hard time for 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you will be better looking. In 3 weeks, you will have more money. It's that easy. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Come on. You know what I mean? This is the fucking difference. Like you say, who am I to say? Who am I? Who am I? Who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to listen to? The purple-headed lesbians that write a program and ship it out across the world to people that don't know nothing, they know nothing about. Then you have people on the methadone running drug and alcohol classes telling you that they're in recovery 14 years after they haven't used drugs. Patting you on the back telling you your life's all right, but you got a disease. Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, wait, I'm going to start this shit, cuz I'm going to do these courses. I'm going to come for this drug. I'm going to tell you how to get off drugs. I'm going to change people's fucking lives. These things, like, you got to understand, bruh. People are going to be hurt when you tell them the truth. 1 in 10,000 will commit suicide. If he was going to commit suicide, believe me, if he's going to commit suicide because you say, lad, you look like a chat, get off the drugs, you're broke. If he's going to commit suicide over that, the cunt's going to commit suicide anyway. He's just waiting for an excuse. But the world we live in, it's about protecting feelings. It's not really about helping people. It's not really about making a change. I'm coming. Let's go.